So I was really intrigued by your question because I remember feeling that way myself. So let me just read the question out that you sent in, and we can go from there. So it says, Namaste, Helen. How can I really, really stay with a question about what is truly here and now? Not being exhausted or lost, but actually being curious and making my inquiry deeper and new each time, not monotonous as it is now. If it's so simple, why am I making this so hard? I think I use my mind with a thought query and so feel tired and lost. Is there openness only through the heart area? Please guide, ever grateful. So I really resonated with what you sent in there because I remember feeling that exact same way. So that's why I wanted to really just do it here tonight with you if you're up for that.
Yes, I am.
Lovely, thank you. So openness is kind of the heart, but it's not. One thing that really helped me to kind of understand myself was that it's not something you're either born with or not. You know, this kind of ability to really self-inquire, to open in the heart area. It's something that you can cultivate and develop, and that's what I want to do here with you tonight, Sabina. So what is truly here and now? So just run me through what normally happens when you ask a question. Then do you find yourself kind of overthinking, or what happens?
I enter into this field as you talk, the silent field, and I kind of hear a buzzing or ringing sound in my ears, and it's always there with me. It's here now, as you say. But when you say it's silent, why am I hearing this sound? It's always here. And I have this epilepsy condition which throws me off. I cannot be with questions or words for a very long time. So I want a wordless inquiry, just to be in that space. How can I be very curious, and how can I find newness in this without using words?
Okay. So what we'll do is we're just going to go through how to be with a question, really, because that really is that openness I feel that you're looking for, and it'll take you deeper into the silence rather than just the buzzing. The buzzing is also a sound, isn't it? It's a phenomena, as I'm sure I think you just said. So I like this question. What is truly here and now? That's an exciting question for me. Does that still feel alive for you, that question, or do you want to use another one?
No, it feels alive. It takes me to that space, but I'm outside it in a minute. So I want to be curious. I do not know how to find newness, as you say. Each time, like you say, it's like opening Christmas presents. So I'm struggling with that part.
I'm sure a lot of people will feel the same way, because it's not something that we naturally remember how to do, that openness. So, you know, that would be a good thing to kind of demonstrate here with us. So let's ask this question. What is it that's truly here and now, here right now? And all I want you to do, I don't want you to work hard at this at all, okay? I want you to just tell me what you notice is here. So we can start with really obvious things like, well, your body's here. And if there are any sort of thoughts or anything like that happening. So just to let us know what you notice is here. And our mind will say, well, that's not going to get us anywhere, but let's just go with this anyway. You don't have to work hard about this at all. We're just sitting here together with this question: what is truly here right now, here and now? And just telling me what you notice happening in your experience. You can see if there's thoughts happening, sensations in the body, energy moving, if there's sounds outside in your environment, just telling us what you're noticing here as we ask this question. And there's no right or wrong answer here at all. We're just kind of working on this openness, fostering this openness and this curiosity. And anyone that wants to do this can do this too. And would really recommend to follow along with this. What is here right now? So for me, there's this body, there's bodies here, there's this laptop, and so just starting like that, just let me know what you notice, what you see, things going on inside, things going on outside. And it doesn't matter if there is a long gap in between your answers, okay? We don't need to rush this at all. Sorry, you were going to say something.
I notice this emptiness around me, and I feel my body going in and out, it phasing out for me. So I feel like entering the space, it's empty. And here I hear this ringing sound. It's again there, and then my heartbeat.
Okay. So there's a sense of a kind of emptiness, there's a heartbeat, and you said a ringing sound. Yes. So what we're going to do now is just staying up, and let's just stay with the question. There's no answer here that's the right answer. There's no answer here that's the wrong answer. Okay, so we're just staying with this question as if we're just watching and seeing. We're not trying to do any work. So whatever's here is here. There's the body, there's the ringing sound, there's the emptiness. And just staying with this question, seeing if there's anything else that you notice. And again, it doesn't matter if it takes a while for you to answer. Is there anything else here right now?
I feel peaceful.
Peaceful, yeah, very good. Yeah, and whatever we notice is here right now, we're just going to stay with the question. We're not looking for, we're kind of taught as human beings to look for the right answer, the one answer that's the end.
Yeah.
And we might have even thought that the emptiness is the right answer, but it's just another thing that's here right now for the sake of this inquiry. So whatever happens, we're just staying open with this question. What is truly here right now? Just taking your time. There's absolutely no right or wrong thing to say here.
This space, Helen, this emptiness.
Yeah.
I feel there's nothing around.
Yeah, very good.
And I see my thoughts.
Yeah.
Thoughts, I feel intrigued by my thoughts, but again, I bring back myself to the space. I can see these thoughts.
Just to the question, just staying with the question, even if thoughts come and go. We're treating everything the same, everything, even the emptiness, the thoughts are all just here right now. We're not, we don't need to do anything with anything. We're just coming back to the question, what really is here? What truly is here and now? And just the coming back to the question, the openness of the question, it begins to allow us to relax and feel a little bit more peaceful. Your body's here. How does your body feel at the moment?
My head feels heavy.
Heavy?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you might get a sense of something's relaxing, something's just kind of
body's
open. Yeah, the openness of the question. And can you see that we're not trying to get anywhere with the question?
Yeah.
We're just sitting here, you and me and everyone else, of course, and asking this question. What is really here right now? And we're not saying that any of the phenomena, the thoughts or anything should go. They're just as valid. They're equally here. And we're just open to see if there's anything else here.
There's nothing.
Nothing. Good, good. So as we stay with a question like this, or any question like this, whatever arises in that, so if an emotion moved, or if some energy moved in your body, if you got the hiccups, or an itch on your foot. It's all just here right now, isn't it? There's all
I'm
these
getting
things coming and going. And then there's the emptiness, the space in which they're coming and going. Can you see that the space, the emptiness isn't really bothered at all by any of these things?
Yeah.
Good. So let's just stay with this question. It's more important to be with the question than any of these answers. Can you feel something happening inside you, just relaxing with the question?
I feel very emotional right now.
So that's totally okay. It's some emotions might move in this openness, this relaxation. It's just feel the best you can. You don't have to do anything amazing. Just allow them to come as best you can. Take your time. You're doing really well with this. It's not easy when we're here live like this. You're doing amazing.
Thank you, Helen.
So there's emotions here, there's thoughts, there's emptiness, there's a body. Just staying with this question. What is truly here right now? There's also a kind of quietness here, isn't there? Can you notice that?
Yeah.
So even if the buzzing is still there, or the ringing, there's also a quietness that's here anyway.
Yeah.
Just allowing all that to be here and staying with the question. We're not trying to reach a goal here or have an epiphany or anything. We're just enjoying and relaxing with the question.
Feels nice.
It does feel nice, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Kind of starts to slow everything down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Body might start to feel more relaxed.
Yeah.
And eventually mind might begin to relax a little bit, or not, but
Yeah.
so even with this ringing sound, there is also silence present, isn't it? There's this quietness that's here.
Mm-hmm. I can look at the ringing. I can look at the sound, the ringing sound. So that's not me. I can feel some space opening up there.
It's just kind of happening in this quietness, isn't it? That sound.
Yeah.
Just like your body's just here in the emptiness, the quietness. And any thoughts that pop up, floating around in the quietness, as we're calling it.
Yeah.
Can you see that this is just, instead of self-inquiry being something we're doing to try to get somewhere, this is a different way of being, really, isn't it? Where the question is kind of, question's doing the work for us right now. It's
Mm-hmm.
helping us to slow down and open up and be more curious, as you were saying. What really is here right now? And that question is more important than any answers, really. And it's a beautiful thing just to slow down with a question.
It is beautiful.
We didn't do anything amazing, did we? We just asked
No.
a question and noticed what's here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just moving away from trying to find the right answer, even though right now there's emptiness and this quietness. That isn't the right answer. It's a nice answer, but it's not like, okay, we found a goal here, we're stopping now. The more you sit with a question like this, the less you want to stop. It becomes very meditative, doesn't it? Very beautiful.
Yes, it does. How do I stay in this when I'm around people, when I'm around folks?
Just learning this way of being, doing this, practicing this when you're on your own at first. If you find a question that's important to you, like you have, then just every now and again sitting with this question. And this is really the same as meditation. This is where self-inquiry, meditation meet each other. And then as you move out into the world and you're around other beings, if you find that your body starts to tighten up and tense up again, or there's some emotion, it's because we've lost the question, we've forgotten the question. You can actually silently inside remind yourself of the question. Whenever you remember to. I mean, at first you won't remember all the time.
Yeah.
Can you feel that something really, even my mind got really excited about this. This feels so nice. Just to be with a question. And whenever I was out and about and talking to people, I would be gently, quietly inside reminding myself of my question, what really am I? And I found that I couldn't really entertain my mind so much and push against anything when I was with a question.
Okay.
And as you ask a question like this, the effect of it, as you're feeling now, each time you do that, it gets more and more prominent, more profound, from just a quietness, an emptiness, peace, I think you said, and that develops into such a deep and rich peace that it begins to last longer and longer outside of your formal questioning like this. And eventually it just never goes away because something loves being open like this. Can you feel this is the openness of the heart that you were talking about?
Yeah.
How does your body feel now? Has the emotion moved? Has it shifted?
Emotion has moved. It has shifted, but my thoughts, with my current situation going on, if the thought goes into it, emotion comes back.
So it may come back and thoughts are going to move again, aren't they? At some point, mind will start thinking and saying, but this asking a question is all well and good, but it's not fixing anything. It's not getting me anywhere, So
True.
You can just, if you can understand that your mind won't really get or want to do this, it doesn't understand why we're doing this, because it doesn't seem to be getting us anywhere. But it's more and more peaceful in this moment anyway. As we're asking a question, we're more peaceful already. Then our outer world circumstances begin to reflect that peace. Right now, they might be reflecting the noise, the chaos inside that we all experience. So taking the question with you wherever you can. I used to write it down, stick it on a piece of paper in my pocket. And when I remembered to just get it out and read my question, it started to bring more peace immediately, just carrying this question around.
Okay.
Eventually,
I'll do that.
it begins to become a way of being rather than something you're doing.
So first is the doing part, like writing question and taking it with me wherever I go, and then I just remember and be with it.
Yeah, more and more you'll want to come back to this anyway because it feels so nice. And when you're asking a question, you're not suffering because you can't believe any thoughts and ask a question at the same time. Thoughts might be there, mind might be talking about whatever's going on, but you can't believe those thoughts You can't give them 100% attention if you're asking a question. You're open. This is the openness. Attention's looking at the question rather than the thoughts. So really, really simply just asking your question and then just noticing all the answers that come. That's all we did, isn't it?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Try to get rid of anything. We didn't grab a hold of anything. We didn't find the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
But can you see that with the question, we are being that emptiness, that spaciousness, which everything's just moving inside of. Thoughts are just coming and going. In that open space of the question, you are being the self right there, being the emptiness.
Yes,
it's just letting everything move, isn't it? The emptiness.
it does.
How do you feel now after we sat together like this?
I'm blank. I'm totally blank.
And that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Good thing.
Good thing. Good. You sound like you're smiling. So
Yes, I am. I am.
So just practicing this when you can, just getting familiar with just asking the question and seeing what happens. We didn't strive to find any answers, did we? We didn't struggle at all.
Mm-hmm.
We just notice what's here.
Okay.
And that emptiness will just get more and more in the foreground when you ask the question. And the mind will just move to the background, less and less relevant, because it's just another sound, like the buzzing, like the ringing. It's just another noise happening in the emptiness.
I'm waiting for that moment for the emptiness to move in my foreground.
It will happen just by not trying to do anything with the answers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And whatever happens, if we ask this question, what is truly here right now? And the next thing you encounter is an angry person. Okay, there's an angry person that's here. And there's a happy person that's here. And there's the ringing again. And there's the emptiness. And there's the quietness. And there's some fear. And all of these things are just what's here right now. They're just answers to this question. And they're all treated equally in that. It's just a habit, a skill that we're learning. We had this as kids, didn't we? We had this as children. We were open, we were curious. Just kind of got to relearn that as an adult.
Yeah, I've lost it. I've totally lost it.
We all did. But just enjoying how it feels with the question, you'll soon kind of get that back again. It's not a goal-oriented activity. We're just being with this question because it feels nice.
Mm-hmm.
For no other reason than that. It just feels relaxing.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much for contributing that and being a beautiful demonstration of self-inquiry.
Thank you so much, Helen. Thank you.
Thank you.